Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some Mourning Mondays. That's right, we're back on Monday's schedule. Regularly scheduled programming. You're mourning if you're a Jets fan, and honestly, I'm just as surprised as anybody else. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect the Patriots to win today, considering the fact that the Jets have been on like a 4-game winning streak. They're like 5-2 or 5-3 now. You know, that's coming from someone who likes a team that's 4-4. But yeah, quite a thriller. Mac Jones is back. Big Daddy Mac Jones out there throwing absolute monster interceptions as well as actual, you know, plays. Bailey Zappi chilling out there on the sidelines, waiting to go in, but, you know, Bill Belichick's like, nah, fam, you gotta wait it out, because, you know, we gotta let the Zappi fever die down before we can throw you back in. Either that or wait till Mac Jones dies again. Anywho, yeah, pretty great game. Not like too hype, but at the same time, not too horrible. Kind of the same as Modern Warfare 2022 edition. The game we're playing. As you can see, I changed my username to Mac Jones because I like throwing grenades a lot. Oh, my brother wants to play with me, but I'm in the middle of recording. Shame. Just gonna have to wait till I finish and eat my sandwich, because I didn't go to work today because there was no work today. So that means I could just reminisce about the game more and more. By the way, this game is really loud. I'm gonna have to put the volume down. It's just so low. Let's get on to the game, shall we? Hopefully I don't choke on my sandwich. The game pretty much just starts with Patriots letting the Jets get the ball. So, you know, I guess that means that they get it after halftime. I don't really know how that works, but it works. All right, it just makes sense. And because it's the Jets, you know, they lose the ball. And then Mac Jones, boys, the moment we've been waiting for, the man sabotaged by Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, at least allegedly, is back on the field, just ready to make some plays, boys. And plays he does. Oh, he plays all right, but he's playing the wrong sport. My man's out here playing soccer instead of football because that it just doesn't go anywhere, man. And this is a problem, all right? So Mac Jones, bro, to me, Mac Jones is a god out there, all right? Last year, Mac Jones is pretty cool, pretty good, all right? He's absolute unit. That was his rookie year, rookie season. Mac Jones, bro, elite, man, all right? For some reason, Mac Jones is really struggling to actually do anything in this season. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's just I don't know if it's Matt Patricia or Joe Judge. Everyone blames it on them, but I don't know, because, you know, he hasn't really done anything, you know, too great, especially with everything that he's given. Like all the offensive units and stuff, for some reason, they just can't get it, especially in the red zone. Good lord, the amount of plays in like the first, well, literally every quarter, especially when they're in the red zone. If I took a shot of like absinthe every time that the Patriots absolutely blew it in the red zone today, ladies and gentlemen, I can see my dad from here. That is how many times they've absolutely just dropped the ball. That was horrible. It was pretty alright. Mac got better after halftime, and also I discovered that Aguilar and Wynn are back. Fun fact, my wife was reading my notes and she's like, what's an Aguilar? I'm like, woman, that is his last name. And then she's like, sounds like a battle cry. Oh, sorry, do you think my last name is common? I'm not gonna say it, but do you think that's normal? Do you think people read my last name, which is her last name now, and it's like, yeah, it's a pretty normal name. It ain't no Smith or nothing. What? Ain't no generic last name. Jones? Wait a minute, I'm dissing Mac Jones. Other than that, first quarter Mac Jones, he's existing. He did have a really cool play where he just ran the ball to the first for a first down, and he did that a couple of times. He ran the ball, and that kind of led to some roughing the passer plays, roughing the, basically don't touch the quarterback led up to a lot of those plays, which really came in clutch towards like the end of the game. Well, needless to say, if you're a Jets fan, you're not really happy about that. How did that not? And yeah, going back to the Patriots aren't really good at the red zone for some reason. Even though Big Daddy Mac Jones ran it to get a first down and finally made it into the red zone, it ended up as a field goal. The amount of field goals in like the last maybe 2 or 3 games is outrageous, as I've said, and I will continue to say. And now you can add saying this into the shot game. Every time I say the amount of field goals in the game, and every time I say take a shot, every time the amount of field goals, or anytime this or anytime that, you will die. I need a compilation of this. That way at the end of the season, we can see just how horrible it is. Oh yeah, I even have in all caps that they end up with a field goal, and why can't they do anything right in the red zone? IDK. My guy, you were not supposed to have lost that fight. Oh, he did. But second quarter on, oh my lord, bro. Second quarter on was... Alright, so it begins with Peppers, Jabril Peppers, Jabril? Dr. Pepper? It begins with him, right? He absolutely just drops Garrett Wilson, bro. Like, he gets homeboy and just, absolutely demolishes him. And it's weird because even the commentators are like, bro, how is this not a flag, right? Because he kind of roughed the passer. And then, like, the very next play, he actually roughed the passer. And so, you know, major plays for the Jets, bro. Alright, major plays, but it's okay because, you know, it's Patriot defense. They're actually really good despite their numbers. I have seen a lot of like guys at work are like, Patriot defenses suck, their numbers aren't that good. It's like, yeah, their numbers might not be good, but have you actually seen a game with them? Ignored last week's game with against the Bears, but other than that, have you actually seen a game with them? Defense is top notch. It's just offense that can't do it because, you know, Big Daddy Mac Jones gets absolutely freaking demolished. Actually, he doesn't get demolished. He gets intercepted, bro. They catch that thing like, if I can find a clip, I'll put it in, right? So he's getting like pressured by pretty much everybody on the defensive line from the Jets, right? And he kind of yeets it. I think he was throwing it to Jacoby, and there's nobody around, and so, you know, they catch the ball, bam, all interception by the Jets or whatever. So it's still the second quarter. It's still anyone's game. It's okay. It's all right. Why? Because Matthew Judon and company are in the game, bro. I've learned to enjoy the Patriot defense, especially Matthew Judon, bro. He's a homie. Absolute unit. He's been able to pretty much get a sack on almost every single game. I think the only game is that he didn't was maybe the Browns. I don't know. There was one game where he didn't actually sack, but other than that, he got a sack like every single freaking game, bro. It's amazing. And so because of that, you know, they got the ball back, and we get more plays of Big Daddy Mac running the ball, but it's weird because it caused a controversial little play call thingy from the refs where Mac was running it, right? And then next thing you know, he gets pushed into the side. But he had already like kind of thrown the ball or something, like he was about to. So, oh no. So Mac was running, right? I'll see you again if I can find a video. It'd be really cool if I can actually get video evidence of this. But he was running, right? And he was kind of sliding down. But as he was sliding down, usually that's a sign of, all right, cool, I give up. Just, you know, don't hurt me. And so he's sliding down, and one of the Jets just absolutely rams into him, right? So big whoop, Mac Jones dies, except he doesn't. And everyone's like, yeah, no, that's roughing the passer. But where it gets weird here is they're like, actually, he wasn't roughing the passer because he was already on the floor. But by the time they decided to, you know, want to change the play, it was kind of too late, and Mac Jones was already on third down and like 11th or something. So yeah, he does that like twice in the second quarter. And the second time, he was actually pushed off sides, but it was weird because his feet weren't put out or something. He wasn't really able to... They weren't able to call a roughing the passer, so it wasn't really a big deal. But yeah, needless to say, with my notes I say the Patriots suck. It's pretty fair to assume that they weren't really playing that great until they intercept the ball from homeboy Wilson, bro. This interception right here was the downfall of the Jets, because after this it was interception to Mac Jones absolutely yeeting the ball, and that leads to the biggest play of like the entire game, right? Rub my hands together. Gotta get out of my sandwich. So here's what happens. Mac Jones yeets the ball. They catch the ball. The Jets catch the ball. And after the Jets catch the ball, homeboy absolutely books it to the end. But there was a play or flag on the play. And I think it was like roughing the passer / unnecessary roughness / you tackled Mac Jones at the worst possible time. And because of that, right, this like 70-yard touchdown is invalid. Oh, my heart dropped the second that this man caught the ball, bro. He caught it, he ran there. I was like, that's game. Ain't no way that Mac Jones is gonna be able to, bounce back from this. Except he did. Why? Because somebody on the Jets wanted to gut punch freaking Cole Strange, I think it was. That was the end. That too was the end of the Jets, boys. Benny and the Jets, no gamers. There's no more Jets. Absolutely downhill. But not immediately, because of course it's the Patriots and nothing great can happen twice. So they gotta settle for a field goal. And at this rate, it's like 6-10, blah, 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 blah. And then, end of halftime, the Patriots get the ball. They punt it, except I don't know what was going on with the Jets and the punting today, or at least after the halftime. I think this man was just, I don't think he's used to anything that they give them during, halftime or whatever. Maybe he had too much Gatorade or something. Because my man did like an onside kick or whatever it's called or something. Bro, no. And it pretty much guaranteed that the Patriots would get a touchdown, because, they're like halfway through the field. Maybe a little further up than halfway, up to like the Jets' end or whatever, however the terms are. But finally, Patriots score a touchdown. And it's like, I think it was 13 or something to 10. And that's how it stayed for pretty much the rest of the game, at least for the Jets. 10-13, 10-16, 10-19, because of course the Patriots can't get anything right in the red. That was pretty much the rest of the game, just here and there, interception after interception. I mean that literally. There were so many interceptions by each team. It was just weird. Joe Flacco's just sitting there on the sideline, absolutely mad chilling, and I'm like, hey, I remember you from last season. And it was just, I couldn't make it up. But ultimately, another field goal for the Patriots, because that's all that happens. It's a discussion that happens every time in the Patriot podcast. Like, hey, when are we gonna? Well, this is their words. When are we gonna stop doing field goals? Because that's not how we're gonna win against the Bills. That's not how we're gonna win against the Chiefs. If somehow we ever face the Chiefs, etc., 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 and it's like, at this rate, gotta get used to the. He said self-revive. Currently, they gotta get used to this, because red zone's just not working out, dude. It's every single game lately, literally since the start, and I think even into the preseason, the red zone has been probably one of the biggest hurdles. And who's the Patriots' biggest rivalry? The red zone. That's who. It's not actual players. It's not this. It's not that. It's the red zone, boys. What? How has a piece of the field become the Patriots' biggest flaw? I DK about that one, bro. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know if it's just Max trying to prove himself. He's trying to be the next Brady. That's not gonna happen. You don't want to be the next Brady after what's happened. Trust me. All I know is a highlight is that Nick Folk, absolute Chad, bro. He He kicked a field goal that was like 52 yards away. Absolute unit, bro. That's pretty much it. All in all, pretty decent game. But it is the Jets, so, you know, it kind of has to be at least a decent game, even if they were 5-2, which are now 5-3. Yeah, that's how we're gonna close the Jets. 22-10. Or actually, no, that's a lie. Not 22-10. 22 to like 17 or something, because they got a touchdown at the very end. See, I think I said something like that earlier. So yeah, that's a win on the Jets. Pretty cool. Next week is the Colts, and I'm kind of nervous because last season, the Colts were a joke. This season, the Colts are still a bit of a joke. So I'm kind of horrified. Then again, that's how I was about this game, and look what happened. So yeah, we'll see exactly what. Oh, I'm an idiot. We'll see exactly what happens. Literally, if the Patriots don't win this game, and I think the next Jets game too, which I think is gonna be a home game, then yeah, no shot of clinching a wild card spot. I think if all of my knowledge of listening to Patriots Unfiltered is true, then yeah, if they don't win, they got like literally no shot. They've done it before to where they get like the wins necessary, yet they're all there, yet they don't actually do anything. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. If anything, it was a good run, but yeah, very excited. Looking forward to the next Mourning Monday. And then, yeah, oh, look, a quad feed. Let's go, Mac Jones. So yeah, that's been this week's fun edition of Mourning Mondays. Yeah, do I think they're gonna win against the Colts? If they don't, I might be genuinely sad. But then again, I mean, the Bears, so come on now. Tune in next week again, Colts. And then after that, I think it's the Jets once more, because then they go on a bye week. And if everything goes out well, then all they gotta do is lose twice against the Bills, and bam, potential wild card spot ending with like an 8-9 score thingy. I don't know. I'm just gonna finish my sandwich, go play with my brother, edit this, upload it. Oh, shoot, that's right. It's like, oh look, play the game, Mac Jones. That's it. I'll see you all next week. Oh.